Hey guys, Bobby Bollinger here. Today I'm bringing you my Week 5 predictions for the NFL's 2016 season. Now last week I went 8 to 8. Oh wait, no, not even 8 to 8 because I don't have that many games yet. I got 40% of the games correct, which is bad. Very, very bad. But now, this week, I am certain that I will get a positive record. And I'm currently 33 to 30, which is bad, but it'll get better, trust me. Because after week 4, you're going to see constant 56% or better. Okay, first of all, Cardinals beat 49ers. Cardinals are being stupid. That's all. Their offense is very good. The problem is they're using it wrong. They do not trust David Johnson to run the ball. They need to trust him. He is a great running back. He can run the ball well. That's all you need to do to make your offense right. That's not to say he should be the main focus, but he should be running the ball some more. I hate how they're trusting Carson Palmer. That is the reason they lose their games. Like, I watched, even last season, I watched their playoff game against the Packers and I thought, if these guys ran the ball, we wouldn't need overtime for this. And against the Panthers, it was like, if you guys had ran the ball more often, this might have been a close game. They'd still have lost, but it would have been close at least. So the Cardinals have a stupid offensive plan, but they can handle the 49ers. 49ers, not that good. If I'm wrong about this, then Cardinals, you're just screwed. Like, whoever loses this game is instantly out of the playoffs. Let's say that. Vikings beating Texans. Okay, Vikings, you're a really, really, really good team. I'll give it to you now. And you can definitely handle the Texans. You're like a better Texans, is what you are. You're almost certainly going to win your division, and you might not actually want Teddy Bridgewater back. It's like 2 teams now that might not want their starting quarterback. So Vikings can definitely take this. I don't think the Texans are prepared for them because, Texans are like a mini Vikings. They'll just get beat out everywhere. Bears beating Colts. I really want the Colts to win. They need a win to stay relevant in the playoff hunt. But the Colts' biggest problem is when they go up against a team with a good running game. Like, Colts defense, it can be clutch in the closing moments of the game, and that's usually how they win their games, with a clutch defense that allows the offense to do its job. The problem is, our defense cannot be clutch if it is tired, so running games just absolutely destroy us. And the Bears happen to have a really good running back. It shouldn't be a blowout. Our offense should stay there, might even be capable of winning the game, but I see the Bears taking us down. Steelers beating Jets. What's wrong with the Jets? Well, you can look at Ryan Fitzpatrick, and yeah, that's one of the big problems. But for their defense, something interesting I've noted is their defensive line is really good. It gets a lot of pressure on the quarterback. The problem? Their secondary does not pressure the receivers at all. They're like wide open. Jets secondary kinda sucks. So when they go up against a quarterback who can move, like Ben Roethlisberger, they are going to struggle horribly on defense. Which is why the Steelers should definitely take this one. The Jets should score more points than they did against the Seahawks and Chiefs, but I'm not sure they'll even crack 20 against the Steelers, so Steelers have a field day with these guys. Titans beating Dolphins. Okay. Dolphins. I've heard some people say that the problem is Ryan Tannehill, their quarterback. It is not. They're a defense that doesn't have a good running back. Their running backs are complete trash. And unless you have absolute greatness on your passing game, more so than what the Lions have now, and they have Matthew Stafford. Unless you have that, you cannot be a good defensive team without a running back. Which is why they just lose so much. I mean, Dolphins, do not get rid of Tannehill. Get yourself a decent running back. That's all you need. Trust me on this. As for the Titans, well, Tannehill's not the best of quarterbacks. I mean, he's being forced now into doing something he should not be forced into doing. The Titans, of course, have their own set of problems. Marcus Mariota is considered one of the worst quarterbacks in the league this season. And the reason is the Titans are being stupid with him. Marcus Mariota is an offensive quarterback. But the Titans seem to be turning themselves towards defense, I think. They're really good against the run. They don't have a secondary, but I assume that's going to be improved because they really focus big time on their running game. And it's just creating a situation where Mariota has to play a game he does not play. He does not play defense. You look in college, he commandeered the best offense in the college football league. And now he's stuck with a defensive team. That is a horrible fit for him. He just cannot function under that. But their problems, I'd say, are less than the Dolphins. They should be able to stifle the Dolphins and pull out the win. But Titans, Jesus Christ. Give Mariota to an offensive team so you can get someone who's actually a defensive quarterback. Take Tannehill from the Dolphins. He'll do a better job. Then you can give Mariota to some team that could actually use him properly. Okay, Eagles beat Lions. Eagles had a bye week. Lions aren't that good. Eagles' defense is amazing, and the offense is pretty good as well. The Lions are going to get destroyed in this game. No other way to put it. Eagles might be looking for a Super Bowl this season, guys. I doubted them before, but the victory over the Steelers was really, really impressive. I changed my mind a little bit. I think they're probably going to be the top team in the NFC East. Which might actually be saying something nowadays. Lions, you suck. You don't have a running back in your defensive team. And Matthew Stafford, while he's really good, doesn't have the best receivers. So, without a running back, you suck. Eagles, you got this. And, guys, yeah, I'm a little bit high. Why do you ask? Okay, this has trap written all over it because I don't think anybody is taking this game seriously. I mean, it's the Patriots against the Browns. So I'm figuring, I'm probably going to lose this one, but you know what? If I get it right, I'll probably be the only YouTuber to get it right. So I'm just going to probably take a loss, but I'll take a shot at greatness. I'll throw that Hail Mary on 1st and 10 at my own 20-yard line. I'll do that. Ravens beat Redskins. The Ravens finally showed their true colors against the Raiders. Which is kind of bad because the Raiders are kind of bad. But the Ravens do have enough fuel in the tank to take out the Redskins, who are, unless they're mounting a comeback out of nowhere, bad. Broncos beat Falcons. You know, a lot of people are really hyped up about the Falcons offense and how it's the best in the league. Okay, guys, calm yourselves down. Week 1, you're against the Buccaneers, who have a bad offense. Week 2, you're up against the Raiders, who have a bad offense. Week 3, you're up against the Saints. Oh, wait. The Raiders, who have a bad defense. Sorry. Then you're up against the Saints, who have a bad defense. Then you take on the Panthers, who, it appears, have a really bad defense. You have gone against... Your 4 games have been against 4 teams with bad defenses. Your offense, I admit, I think it is a really good offense, but your first test against a real defense is going to be against what may be the best defense of them all. I mean, I don't think the Falcons will be able to crack 20 in this game. Broncos should be able to take it. Especially because Falcons' defense hasn't showed up in their games too well. And that's a problem. Broncos win. Oh yeah, and the Broncos are at home, so... Okay, Bengals beating Cowboys. Now the Cowboys, Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott have proved themselves as great. The problem the Cowboys are going to have this game is their defense. They did pretty well against the 49ers, but what I noticed is that whenever they take shots deep down the field, Cowboys' defense tends to fail. And considering that that is something the Bengals do really well, I have a feeling they're going to just score a ton of points on the Cowboys today. Like, if you're doing a fantasy draft this week, trying to get some fantasy players in, Bengals quarterback, Bengals wide receivers. Those are going to be your bread and butter. I guarantee it. The Cowboys should score some points themselves, but I don't think it'll be enough to take down the Bengals. Raiders beating Chargers. Both of these teams are kind of bad. Raiders have no defense. Chargers have nothing really. They just kind of exist, I guess. Raiders at least have the offense, so they'll win it, but don't expect them to do great things this season, guys, because I don't think they will. I don't think they make the playoffs even. Bills beating Rams. Okay, Rams are somehow doing good despite all their problems. And the Bills seem to be mounting a really surprisingly strong comeback. I take the Bills in this game because I think they're better, but they could get shut out here as well. I'm going to trust the Bills to win this game. Giants. Okay, here's the Giants' problems this season. Their defense took 5 steps forward from last season. Unfortunately, their offense took 5 steps backwards. I don't know how that offense went from great to meh, but apparently Giants are a defensive team now, which is not going to work for them at all. They were not prepared to become a defensive team. I think the intention was to give them a good enough defense without sacrificing too much offense, but it really backfired on them. They're doing horribly. And the Packers are coming off of a bye week, and while they're probably not one of the best teams out there, with the bye week, I think they should be able to handle the Giants. And finally, Panthers beating Buccaneers. Neither of these teams are going to the playoffs, but the Panthers are slightly better, I think. Not by much, but they should be able to handle the Buccaneers. With that said, this game actually decides which team is better. Like, they're both 1-3. They both kind of suck. I just take the Panthers for consistency. Alright, tell me what you think of my picks, and I'll see you next time. Get it.